Well, we had to wait a lot, so I thought I'd take some video while we were waiting. Everyone has to wait their turn. Obviously, that is the Mustang Mach-E you saw there. Here comes one of the Volkswagen ID4s. There were two Volkswagen ID4s here today, and it's pretty much a Volkswagen event. They had two lines in theory for them, but really it was just one line. And then you get whichever one came up next. Here goes the Mach-E again. And boy, he was giving it the beans every time, back and forth. Giving it the beans. I believe it was 3.8 seconds, 0 to 60 for the Mach-E. Now, from the side, it is a really disappointing look. The Mach-E looks like a Tiburon. And it's not very appealing. From inside, it's not so bad, other than the gigantic screen, but you'll see. So they drop the people off down there at the end, and then usually you get 2, sometimes 3 or 4 runs around circuits. And they drop you off down there, they come up here and pick up whomever's next. And you have to wait in line for each car. There were a total of, I believe, 7 lines, and actually 7 vehicles there. So you had 2 Volkswagens, the Porsche, the Lightning, the Mach-E, the Tesla, and the Kia. Alright, so this is the Mach-E Mustang, and I had to kill the audio because he was playing music in here. Now, obviously, he told me his name, what dealership he's with, gave me the card, and then he asked me, do you want to go fast or slow? Let me think. Of course I want to go fast. I mean, really? You have to ask those? So you can see the speedometer there on the left. And yeah, he's definitely giving it the beans. And sometimes he'd have better runs than others. I see 44 there. So yeah, pretty good. But look how gigantic the screen is, the instrument cluster. The instrument cluster is not really in the way, but that screen, my gosh, the real estate it takes up. And you have to do everything from the screen.
Okay. Now, we watched that driver get the back end to slide a little bit.
All right, so here we are in
that looked like
red Volkswagen.
All right. Awesome. We have seatbelts? Perfect.
So why did you switch, out of curiosity?
We alternate. So I get out of the car and I go up and get another group, and then we take whatever car's in front.
Obviously, this is the red VW ID4.
Now, what kind of range does this one get?
255 to 275 is the average.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the best priced all-electric SUV on the market. Starts about $37,495. And that's going to be before that $7,500 federal tax credit.
Oh, you guys still get that?
We do.
So is this one of the better parts of your job?
Yes, it's going to be a fun weekend.
I see.
All right.
All right, well, thank you much.
Thanks for riding.
Hello.
How are you doing?
All right, you mind if I record?
Good. Yeah.
Now, you gonna drive faster this time?
Maybe. No, I'll see. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what
All
I can
right.
do. They need to give us a slightly longer
Lead.
straightaway. I feel like,
So is this thing faster than the Mach-E?
but I don't. What is the Mach-E 0 to 60? Do you know? I don't know off the top of my head.
I don't know. He was doing pretty good in here.
I think for this is a 2022 Porsche Taycan base model, so it goes 0 to 60 in 5 seconds, maybe 4.9. So I think the Mach-E might actually, might be, as you get higher trims, the Porsche is going to be faster because it's going to get down to like 3.8, say, in 0 to 60, but I'm not sure what that 0 to 60 is.
I mean, he is stomping on it.
Yeah.
That one guy at the VW guy is stomping on things too. Yeah, he's coming behind us.
The one VW guy is,
In the red one?
oh my, he's whipping it.
Yeah, he is. Well, I told him I want him to break the rear end loose, and he did.
Yeah. He's definitely been whipping it. This vehicle's a little bit more expensive to fix, so,
Well, I mean, I don't want to wreck.
yeah. But yesterday my coworker, I think he had fishtailed it a little bit. He was like, yeah, super smooth ride.
Yeah.
Pretty quick charging, I would say.
And what's the range on here?
I'm about 260.
Okay.
So, not bad. More of your daily driver than your, long range, I would say.
Right. Are you left-handed?
I am.
That's why you have your watch on your right wrist.
I actually used to put it on my left hand, so I'm kind of both. I'm kind of ambidextrous.
But then do you look at the wrong wrist?
I had it on this one for the longest time, and then I got my tattoo, and it had to switch, and I just
'Cause
never
it was-
switched it back.
right.
Yeah, I was rough.
So more waiting in line here. And it's fun to watch these drivers. You give it the beans. And sometimes they're more entertaining than others. We should have gotten scorecards. We'd give them a score, 1 to 10. The lady driving the Porsche, well, it's not a fast Porsche at all. It's pretty lackluster. It's the base model.
Yeah.
But
He never slowed down. Whoever's driving the gray Volkswagen, he never slowed down right there.
when you have a Porsche there and it's getting
up here because they keep swapping.
shown up by full-size trucks, by Volkswagen of all things, SUVs. That's pretty bad. And I understand VW does own Porsche, but still, the full-size truck and the Mach-E were kicking its butt. Even the Kia is kicking the butt of the Porsche. That's pretty sad. And part of it was the lady that was driving it most of the time. She really wasn't getting the most out of it. I mean, look at that guy in the Mach-E just flying down there. He's just giving it the beans. I will say this for the VW drivers, they were going for all they were worth. That guy, there was a guy driving, a girl driving. The guy in particular, man, he was giving it the beans.
Oh my God, why did I do that? Why would I?
There's the gray VW ID4.
Car that sneaks up on me. I like to think it was going to stay.
Really cool.
One of the things I really dislike about the LEDs they use on a lot of the vehicles is the pulse width modulation. It's terrible. I hate watching lights just blink. This rapid blinking or sometimes not so rapid.
Somebody's waiting for a Porsche.
This event is put on by, well, it's sponsored by Ameren and put on by, in this case, Volkswagen. Now, it should tell you something. Electric vehicles that are going to use electricity, that Ameren would be sponsoring them. The vehicles, that is, or the event for these vehicle ride-alongs. All right,
We are.
my turn
32,
for the
yes.
Lightning. Now, as I'm walking up here, the video Tyler Hoover did for Hoovy's Garage is very much in my mind of his experience with the Lightning. Boy, those lights that go all the way across, I truly hate that. This truck has those lights front and rear.
Hello, you mind if I record?
Oh, of course. All right. Hey there, welcome in. Have you been in an EV before?
Well, we've been in several before today. And
Okay.
then 3 before this today.
Oh,
So yeah,
that's awesome. That's great. Are you guys having a good time?
so far so good.
Love hearing that. That's awesome. Now, do you drive a pickup by any chance?
I have a Silverado.
And have you been in an electric pickup before?
No.
Okay, so this is the Ford F-150 Lightning. This is a beautiful car. Like, you've got a lot of the standard features you'd expect from an F-150. You've got the touch screen here in the middle. Are we buckled up? Great. I'm going to show you some of the acceleration from this vehicle because it's really impressive how. Well, you'll tell me if you think it's impressive how the acceleration when you get access.
Now
to
keep in mind, I just rode in the Mach-E a little bit ago.
Okay, there you go. Well, let's see. So maybe right. Maybe you'll say, hey, this is nothing. So let's see how we feel about this.
Oh, that is really good.
So, what do you think about that?
That was pretty awesome.
So yeah, so when you get the access to that acceleration, you're going to get it. You're going to have access to that at any speed. So you have it from a standing stop, but you also have it when you're at highway speeds, and that that can be really handy when you're trying to move through traffic and stuff. Just to be able to say, oh, hey, this is where I need to go. I'd like to be able to get through there. So. But you've got the silent ride. I always think that's such a nice feature of these cars. Is just that quiet ride experience. But we're doing 40-mile-per-hour, 40-hour dashes in here, with this truck, and it's I think for a full-size truck, full cab, that's a pretty impressive achievement, I'd say.
Yeah. Now, I assume you saw the Hoovy's Garage Lightning video.
I didn't see it. No, what'd they have to say about it?
So he showed a couple things with towing. It's possible the battery was bad.
Uh-huh.
But he also showed after 60 miles an hour, it seemed like that acceleration really fell off.
When you were towing or when you weren't towing?
Without towing.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. The fact that the range is reduced with towing makes sense to me because that I'd say is one of the things we're seeing with these cars is that the towing part of this is a work in progress and you're gonna have you're gonna be working on towing over time. But the upper end acceleration, that would surprise me because that torque is available to you regardless of your speed.
Well, as you could tell, the Lightning, just like the Mach-E, had a gigantic display there. Here's the
Now,
Kia
you know what I
EV6.
You don't mind if I record?
Nope.
How'd you end up going from the Porsche to the Kia?
My coworker got here, so I decided to take a break, and I let him have that one.
So, according to Google, this is faster than the Porsche.
Yes, because that's the base model Porsche.
So, you'll be able to show me a little more speed in this one, right?
Okay, yes, I will.
I said, you know what I want.
Yeah. So this is a 2023 Kia EV6.
Okay.
This particular one is the GT line,
Uh-huh.
which is different from the GT. A lot of people think they're the same, but it's actually different. This one's going to go 0 to 60 in
3.4?
4.5.
Oh, really?
The
It says
GT
3.4.
Oh, does it?
On the website.
The GT alone is the 3 point.
It's a 3.4?
Yeah.
Okay. So this isn't the fastest one here today.
No.
'Cause
Unfortunately.
the Mach-E is 3.8. Well, you knew that.
Yeah. Well, actually, I actually didn't know about that one because I don't. That's actually another dealership's, but I'm definitely gonna ride in it.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is your dealership?
Well, so I work for Jim Butler Auto Group.
Oh,
and
and
we have
Porsche
this
and-
one, the Porsche and the Tesla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, he's stepping on that Porsche.
Yeah. So this one's actually pretty decent. It's still 4.5. Still does what you need it to, of course. It's got 275 range for full
Range of
charge.
275, okay.
Yeah.
And they were saying something about the charge time is improved on these? Most of the battery in 20 minutes? Is that right?
I think that might be with the fast charger.
With
'cause
but
you
this vehicle though, but with the fast
Oh,
charger.
yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Because if you just use like the 120 volt, which is like the normal really low one, it takes a while, I know.
Right.
But with the fast chargers, it's so much better, and it does really well with like holding. It doesn't. Some of the mile ranges on the vehicles aren't honestly very accurate, but this one seems to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's an issue with combustion engine vehicles too, where it's not so bad as it used to be, but like the 80s and 90s vehicles, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, it was like it'd go forever on full, and then the next 20 miles the tank would empty.
Yeah.
According to the gauge, it did, but yes, it was not linear.
Yeah. All right. How was this one?
Tell him to sit tight.
How are we doing?
All right. They said tell Herb, it's your guy, to sit tight because Kirk is going to pull in front
All
of
right,
us.
and
Kirk is
here
the guy
we
in the
are
Lightning.
in the Porsche again.
Do you mind if I record?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So you're going to convince me why I want a Porsche over something else, right?
The
I'll try my
driver
best
is
to
a
actually sell
man this time.
Maseratis.
I wanted to drive
really?
him because
Yep.
he seemed to be getting
Well, I've
a
been
little
driving
more out of it
Quattro,
than the lady
Quattro Forte
was.
Yeah.
with the twin turbo, or actually is it quad turbo?
It'll be a twin turbo. They do twin turbo V6 or V8 now. And Porsches are exciting. I really love just the drive of it, the layout of these.
I got to drive the Carrera GT.
Did ya? That was probably pretty fun.
That car is trying to kill you.
Uh-huh, yeah. I can believe it.
Now, I'm sure there's another 100, 200 people out there that you could run into that have also driven a Carrera
Yeah.
GT,
Yeah.
but it's not a big group.
Yeah.
In fact, there's not even that many of those around anymore. A lot of them were wrecked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a buddy that works over at the Porsche store. He had somebody that was had one with like 2,000-3,000 miles on it, something crazy like that. They were asking a whole lot for it though.
Well, I drove the F40, and it's a $4 million car.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it can be.
You can see the speedometer there on the
A
left.
little bit all by itself. Or
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see if he can do
is that an
better this
electronic
time
thing, or
around.
what is that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you gonna stomp on that good?
I'll try. These don't have the pickup as like that one does.
all the instant, so that's put to the floor there. So it's nothing like
You
the
got 36, I think.
Model S Plaid that really puts you back.
That's pretty bad.
Well, let's just be honest. Where can you legally drive the S Plaid? I mean, I'm just saying here.
That's the thing, is legally drive, right?
Yeah, like the McLaren MP412C. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you're on a track which voids your warranty, where are you driving it that you can have any fun?
Right. Yeah, no, I actually just sold an MP412C 2 months ago.
The dealerships, not yours personally.
Yeah, dealerships.
I'm not saying you couldn't afford one, but it'd probably be a stretch.
Yeah, definitely.
That was pretty good.
You guys enjoy it?
Nice showing for itself. Yes, indeed.
All right, here we
Oh, do you
are
mind if I record?
in the Tesla. And what a huge screen it
Are we not
has.
supposed to pull it shut?
You can, but
This was one of the faster vehicles here
Oh,
for
well, if
this
you're going to
event.
show off, then you're going to...
Those Falcon fold doors are pretty cool, aren't they?
you know what? It's not. I think it's because of the slippery stadium and the short track. But I'll try to get it up there.
This lady is
I'm gonna get it
a
up to 60. 'Cause the
Not in here,
very
you're
timid
not.
Not in
driver, I
here.
guess
Not with this
we'll
one.
say. She
No,
won't
none of
run
them
it
have
into the
got up to
corners
60.
or anything
No,
like
I can
that.
get it to about 40, 42. But
If you think of the little old lady from Pasadena, this is the
sure
opposite of her.
everybody's clear. Have you driven a Tesla or been in a Tesla before?
I drove the Model S Performance.
Oh, this is that's.
I put it in ludicrous mode,
Oh my gosh.
and then I drove it around like an idiot.
Oh my gosh.
I mean-
It won't be as like that.
I drove it around with my foot on the floor. They were really digging into this corner over here.
know,
I did
'cause this is the
appreciate
longest
that this
stretch when you
lady,
go back in.
Highgard gave it everything she had in her to give it, but she would just never, even to start
go
off
when I
with,
can
she
go in
wouldn't
there,
go
that's the
into
longest
the corner there like the VW drivers were
Get it up
doing.
to about 38 on
You
the
know,
side
it's just,
right here.
heaven forbid she get anything anywhere close to any other object.
What, Mr. Mustang?
So they give you guys a bunch of driving restrictions.
Yeah, a little bit.
They weren't originally digging over into the corner that hard. And that seems to be like just this session people started doing that.
I'm going to give you guys one more round. Is that okay?
That's fine.
So I got it up to 42, I think.
Awesome. Yeah, he is digging way over there in that corner.
Yeah, because he likes to.
Oh, he's just giving it the beans every time.
Yeah. And because when you go inside, you can. Now we got to 43. So that was my
Wow.
highest.
Awesome. Good job.
What do you think?
It's pretty good. Now, the coolest thing about this one
Uh-huh.
is when you open the door and they fold, the back one folds.
Yeah, that's called the Falcon one.
Yeah.